Hi everyone, well, this is CoinsKid. Just going to dive into Cardano. Once again, thank you for your continued support across the board here. Everything that you do for CoinsKid, the sharing is caring. Appreciate all the nice comments, the likes, shares, everything. Thank you very much. It's all good. So I hope you had a really good weekend, okay? And I hope you continue a good week. And we have a nice, fruitful, green week across the board for cryptos, because we've had a pretty good green week, to be honest with you, for Cardano. Cardano has been really strong this week. It's pick up since the correction last week. It's had a wonderful week, and just want to reassure you, okay, regardless of all the ups, downs, left, rights and centres, you know, we are targeting in the channel. We've not got a crystal ball, but we are targeting this Elliott wave theory, and we do think that Cardano is having that wave 4 correction right now. This consolidation event, this pullback before that extended wave up. I mean, this is the same for a lot of cryptos that we're targeting right here. And again, it is a theory. That's why it's called Elliott wave theory. But we do believe, you know, there are a lot of factors pointing to the fact that we are going to see that particular level there for Cardano. And one major factor is of that appreciation right there. And who knows, we may even get to that extension there. And the reason is because Bitcoin and Ethereum have already got there. Ethereum's actually just coming up to this particular level right here, the 1272 extension, which is around 3000k. If you want to check the Ethereum video out, we do see an 8k Ethereum at the end of this bull run, okay, on that extended wave 5 there. But it's all good. It's all good. I want to reassure you, it's all golden. It's brilliant. It's what Cardano's doing. It's basically got overextended, rolling sideways, reaccumulation before breaking this high, getting back up and marching onwards and upwards. And you know, potentially on the next wave up, you could be looking at a $4.18 Cardano token before it actually runs into any kind of resistance. And that's the truth of it. It could just absolutely go, because if you look at Ethereum, okay, Ethereum went up, broke the high, back tested support, and then just absolutely bolted, and it's right up there now. So right there, if Cardano did do that from that point there, you're looking at a whopping 187% trade right there for Cardano once it breaks its all-time high, which it will do. It will do. But the big if and question is right at the moment is this wave 4 over? Okay, have we gone through this ABC correction? Are we done consolidating? And you know, this has been a really long level of consolidation for Cardano right there since it topped out. Since it topped out there and rolled over, we're in a really long level of consolidation for Cardano, and you can see it's got really, really boring and flat. That particular level of consolidation there, you can see got boring and flat. Back tested the EMAs. Right here, you've not actually had that back test of the EMAs. Personally, I would like to see it, but it means that you're going to potentially come deeper. If not, it means that you're just going to crab sideways for a bit like this, allowing these EMAs to creep up. The red line as well, which is the 55, getting more healthy, just like this. Because look, when it back tests and holds it, look, crap, boring. But you've reaccumulated, you've reset all the rocket ships, okay? You've refueled them, you reset all the MACD, the RSI, everything's been reset for that big third wave up there. And this is what you're looking at for Cardano. If it doesn't break out soon, you're just looking at these EMAs getting a little bit better, a little bit healthier, because you can see at the moment, I'm not going to lie to you, you know, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to look at those EMAs and think, a little bit of a big gap still, okay? A little bit of a big gap for too much continuation at the moment, because if you do, you're going to get even more extended. So I do personally think that you're going to potentially see something like this, where it rolls over a little bit, not necessarily price just does what it's doing right now, goes sideways. But these EMAs, you can see how close, look how close that EMA, that 20 is now on the weekly. You know, you could see it come down and wick back off it, and that'd be amazing, because don't forget, when I took Cardano on, the EMAs were down here going vertical, and it has said to you it's going to have blow top, it needs to, it's going to roll over, but I didn't expect it to be this long, to be honest with you. So, you know, I'm saying I'm expecting a little bit longer of consolidation, allowing these EMAs to creep up, but it could absolutely break out any moment, because it's had a fantastic week, and I'll show you that right now. So we'll jump on the weekly time frame then on the other chart right here for Cardano. You can see this particular candle on the weekly candle just here for Cardano. Look at that, that's the highest close. If it closes today, okay, because this is the close, this is the open at the week. So it opened down here because we had that open there, okay, the week before. It opened relatively high, but not at the highest close. That was the highest open and close just there, okay. So you can see it opened and then it closed down here. So it was an awful week, huge correction, but you can see the wick, we've got bought up, heavy support, almost come down to that yellow line there. Look at that. Anyway, it got bought up. That's how much support there is for Cardano, and ever since then it's just been going up, going up, going up, going up. And right now you're looking at potentially having the highest close it's ever had on the weekly time frame. So you're looking what we've got left, 6 hours. So if you do start to see Cardano now, this candle close up here, it's looking good. It's looking good, and you could just have continuation and a beautiful weeks ahead, and just get on now with this bull run for Cardano. So do keep that in mind. If you start to see this weekly candle close above and you're back into this, you see this ascending triangle, you're back into it now and you're trading within it. So it's all great. It's all golden for continuation, because if you do start to get up now and get the confidence back in, you start attacking this high, taking it out, and that's your target up there at the first step up at $2, where you probably will see another level of consolidation. So that's Cardano. It's looking really, really strong, looking really healthy. Again, the weekly time frame on the weekly here, the EMAs are not looking terribly awful anymore, are they? Not unbelievably bad. Before they were going vertical. There is a little bit of a gap in them still, but it doesn't mean that you can't have continuation. What we'll do, look at the RSI and the MACD. So the RSI you can see is still slightly up there a little bit in the overbought, but again you could still see further upside, which potentially could be the breakout of the ascending triangle, pushing up to $2 before you see that RSI sort of roll over a little bit, come back into the purple box. It's looking good. It's looking good. It just needs that level of support to come in right now and the volume to step in. The MACD, the lines here, they're a little bit high, and you can see it rejected a bearish cross. Do you see this on the MACD? When the blue line goes below the orange line, if that was to roll over and come down there, that would have been a bearish cross. The fact that it's rejected it is relatively healthy, but they're a little bit overextended in themselves. They're a bit high. You do need to see them come down a little bit. Okay, the histogram is turning. It could go. Obviously, flip a coin. But so far, I want to reassure you that it's showing enormous strength and enormous support. Okay, over the past couple of weeks since it had that correction and has been bought up, and it is looking relatively strong. And hopefully, it gets to pick up and breaks that. Otherwise, you're looking at more consolidation right now for Cardano. So what I'm going to do is zoom in on the hourly time frame and see what's going on. So just here we've got this little trade that's played out. We've got this little trend line on the go just here, okay? This particular trend line is just here, and you can see you've been adhering to it as support, support, support. And when you start to lose it, you've come down, you've had a little correction, you've come back, you hit your head as resistance, and you've effectively created a little W bottom there. You see that W double bottom on the hourly time frame there, and that was a very tradable event right there for Cardano. So you can see that once you broke it from the bottom, in actual fact, you can see that once you broke this key level of support, you actually could have opened a little short as well, because you broke the support. Did you see this? This is why I always draw little trend lines into your charts there. So you broke that key level of support, it broke down, and we'll see where that target was right there. So it's probably something like that to there, like that. Okay, and you can see that when you broke down, look, boom, target met. So that's a nice little short. And then you can see that once you break this W bottom, you could see, and it's playing out. You've broken it now as resistance. You've had a back test of support, confirmation. You could continue to see Cardano pump to roughly sort of 130, 136. So from here, it's not much appreciation, but these are all little trades that were executable. An extra little 1% there for Cardano. But right off that break there, that would be a lovely little 3%, 2% trade for Cardano. So it's choppy. That's basically what it is. It's consolidating still. It's very, very choppy. Okay, but you are above this ascending triangle trend line, and you are above it, and you're back into it. So that's really good. It's golden. Look, you're back into it. I mean, on the 4 hourly time frame, it looks so good. It looks so good. It's really doing well on the 4 hourly time frame here. It's holding support really, really well. And the longer you continue to get support off these EMAs and you don't fall through them, the more it's going to push you up and make you take on this previous high and this resistance line of this ascending triangle that you've been in for months. Okay, I think when we first come up into this, we'll measure that was there. Okay, and since that point there, you know, it's been it for 64 days. So this has been a really, really long level of consolidation. I know that in that time we've made a new high, which is great, but it's been so choppy. We just need to crack on now. You're looking really good on the weekly, a little bit extend on the EMAs, but that's not a bad thing. Everything's starting to look relatively healthy for continuation right here. So do keep an eye on this particular level on the 4 hourly time frame, that you do need to keep above the EMAs on the 4 hour. If you can keep above the 20 and the 55 and not roll over, it's just going to creep you up, and it is going to make you come up and test this level of resistance right here. So far, so good for Cardano. Okay, for continuation, it needs it. It's got so boring, so lackluster, and these honestly, you know, if you look at any project, XRP, VeChain, you know, they could go on for as long as Cardano has, and that's the fact of it. You know, Cardano's gone on for 2 months here, consolidating, in and out, in and out. There's been lots of opportunities and trades in and out here, but it's not actually sort of making progress that people want for Cardano. But it is on the cards because it's gone through a longer level of consolidation than most on that wave 4. So it's looking great for continuation, in my opinion, and it looks like it potentially could come relatively soon. Fingers crossed, okay? Fingers crossed for Cardano. It's done everything right. It's done everything right. It's held support. It's you know, it's adhering to resistance. It's looking for continuation to the upside, in my opinion. But again, not financial advice. Stay healthy, and most importantly, stay tuned. And we'll be back tomorrow with another Cardano update. Take care, everyone. Bye bye.